welcome back to our channel, and it's me, Avery again. So today I'm going to be listing some good treats to feed your rabbit. These are all rabbit safe and good treats to feed them. So if you're looking for ideas on what treats to give your rabbit, this is the video for you. Before we get into the video, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this, because I post 3 times a week, and you know, that's pretty awesome. So rabbit care, fun rabbit ideas, 3 times a week, and if you hit that notification bell, which why wouldn't you, then you will also get notified whenever we post a new video. Also, remember to give this a big thumbs up if you like it, and comment down below some treats you like to give your rabbit's favorite treats, and your favorite treat that I'm going to list in this video. Now, before I start listing the treats, I want to make sure you guys know that they are treats, not part of the rabbit's daily diet necessarily. Treats are not at all necessary. They're just something fun to give your rabbit as rewards for training or just for fun. So different people have different opinions on what the limit size in treats should be every day. I will, during this video, on each treat I list, I will try to give you my recommendation, my opinion on what the limit per day should be on that treat. But just remember that you shouldn't be feeding too much. Treats are just little things. That's why they're called a treat. They're not like hay, where the rabbit should have unlimited. Your rabbit should never have unlimited treats. That's not good. So yeah, just remember to feed in moderation. And yeah, now let's get into the video. Okay, so the first treat is pellets, and you should have preferably Timothy-based pellets. Alright, so these are the pellets that I have for Giselle. Just make sure they've got good ingredients in them, the list isn't too long, and they do have Timothy hay in them because adult rabbits need Timothy hay pellets, not alfalfa pellets. So make sure you're feeding the right kind. And I do give Giselle a daily dose of pellets. She gets a little bit under 1/4 cup. But I also give them to her as treats sometimes because she does like them, and she doesn't like them as much as some other treats like fruit or something, because she does get them every day. But these also, remember, should be limited just like any other treat. So the limit for these depends on the size of your rabbit, obviously, as it does in all rabbits. So in this video, I will be referring to what I would give Giselle as the limit. Giselle is a 4-pound rabbit, so you can kind of convert as you need to. If you've got a 2-pound rabbit, it's going to be like half as much. If you've got an 8-pound rabbit, it's going to be twice as much. So just take that into consideration. So I give her, like I said, a little under 1/4 cup every morning of pellets. And then if I'm going to feed them as a treat, I'll just give her like, I don't know, very small handful. Not a handful. Probably maybe a tablespoon. It just depends on what I'm doing with them. Okay, the next treat is dried fruit. And you surprisingly don't have to even buy dried fruit specifically made for rabbits or animals. You can just buy it straight off our grocery store shelves. They don't have to be listed as for rabbits. You just need to make sure that even if it is advertised as for animals or for rabbits or whatever, make sure that it's just 100% fruit, no added sugars, no added dyes or anything, because we all know those aren't healthy. So here I have some dried apple pieces, and Giselle goes crazy for these. When she hears the jar opening, oh my gosh, she goes nuts. So those are a good treat. Again, probably no more than a tablespoon. I don't think I've ever fed a tablespoon of these in a day because that's just like a lot. I usually only give her a few little slices, so yeah. Now, you don't have to give just apple. There's dried banana, there's dried strawberry, there's dried cranberry, dried, raisins, dried raisins. Yeah, there's all kinds of different dried fruits. You can also feed dried vegetables, such as carrots. Carrots, for rabbits, I wouldn't even consider a vegetable at all because carrots are so high in sugar that they're really not vegetables for rabbits, and they should be fed just like treats or fruit. So this is some dried carrots, and then those little brown things that you see are some dried rose hips. And I got this back in my vlog. No, was it a vlog? Surprising Giselle with Toys and Treats video. That's the one. I got this and the apple slices in that video, so if you want to go back and see what brand they are, I kind of forgot. But yeah, you can go back there and look if you want to. So yeah, they're just some little pieces, and she loves these as well. And yeah, I would feed probably about as much as the dried apples. Pretty much the same thing, so yeah. Now you can also feed fresh fruits or fresh carrots. Just make sure it's in small quantities. So remember, when it's dried, it's gonna shrink. So when you were feeding maybe a slice of apple, that would be like a few pieces of the dried apple. So you kind of have to convert in your brain. But yeah, just don't feed too much. There's like the mini carrots, I wouldn't feed any more than one of those per day, and that would be like the only treat that day because that's kind of a lot. Apples, you could feed probably a slice and be fine. Bananas, you just kind of have to use your brain, use your wisdom, your knowledge of rabbit care, and just try to know what's right. I'm sorry if I'm not very helpful with deciding portions, but I'm not a vet or anything, obviously. So if you want to dig deeper into how much treats you should be feeding, you can do some research online. If you want me to do a separate video on that, I can do a lot more research and get a lot of facts and knowledge, and I can do a video on that. But let me know in the comments below if you want that. Alright, the next kind of treats, and probably the most popular treats, like when you think of rabbit treats, this is probably something along the lines of what you're thinking of. So these are some baked treats. These are the Timothy and Apple Baked Treats by Katie. Giselle loves these. She has for a long time. We do have some other baked treats that my dad gives her sometimes, but I don't have those on hand at the moment. I gotta walk to get those, and I don't really want to walk right now, so lazy. But anyway, yeah, these are just some baked treats, and I would feed probably no more than one of these per day. I'm not sure what it said on the package, but yeah, these are kind of big, so no more than one of these per day probably. But yeah, she does love these. Now, the most important thing to remember when feeding your rabbit treats is just to make sure that it's a safe food for rabbits. Now, I've just had a few here that I could show you. And again, you can feed fresh fruit or fresh veggies. Another one is sometimes if you have a safe kind of flower, some rabbits like flower petals, like I know rose petals they like. But you just have to kind of experiment with what your rabbit likes. Always check online if you're not sure if it's safe for a rabbit. And if the website you're finding your information from seems kind of unprofessional and a little bit sketchy, then probably do some more research from different websites to make positive certain that you're not feeding your rabbit something that could hurt it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Let me know your guys' bunny's favorite treats in the comments below, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye! Gosh, this is hard to show. Ugh, I can't even. Ah!